We have already started our day. As you could see, my hair, let me get it situated so as to not like mess with my hair and irritate some people on here. Anyways, Izzy just finished with her therapy session. So typically we don't have therapy sessions on Mondays or Fridays, but they had to cancel yesterday and move it to today. So she had a therapy session today at 11 o'clock, and she was very fussy in her therapy session. She has not been that fussy in a really long time. I think mostly it's because she's just not fully awake. Morning times are not her strongest time of day, just like her mama here. Most of her therapy sessions are like after 12 o'clock. But it was pretty sweet during the therapy session. She actually got a few tears, and she's just become so aware of her body, and most specifically her face, and so she would sit there and like wipe her little tear from her eye. It was so sweet. So, but yeah, that was Miss Paula working with Isabelle today. Mr. Carl, who owns the facility, the therapy facility, is typically the one that works with her. But whenever he's not able to see her, Miss Paula will see her. So they both are just wonderful with Isabelle, and they meet her where she's at. I'm not sure that I've ever told y'all the story behind how we ended up at Glory Therapy, which is one of the therapy facilities that Isabelle goes to. The one that we just left, actually. Well, I don't even know how long has she been there. She's been home for over 3 years. So maybe 2.5 years. Has it been that long? I don't know. But someone messaged me on Facebook, and she's adopted a little girl with special needs from China, and she told me about this therapy style that has really done wonders for her little girl, and it's called MNRI. I know I've spoken about it on here before, but for the newbies, I just thought I would tell you. And so it's really a therapy style that helps heal the body from like trauma experiences, negative reflexes that you may obtain because of trauma, because of maybe an accident that happened to you, things like that. It just really helps rewire the brain and how it responds to what's going on with the body. That's the easiest way I know how to explain it. You can look it up. It's very in-depth. In fact, the first time that I asked Carl to explain it to me, he was like, it's just a lot to explain. It's a lot to explain how this MNRI therapy works. But anyways, so girl messaged me and she's like, look, this style therapy has done wonders for my little girl, and Isabelle would very much benefit from it. So she even then Googled where I live to see if there are any therapists in my hometown that offer these services, because it's somewhat uncommon from what I understand. It's not like every therapy facility does the MNRI techniques. Now, do some of the therapists incorporate some of it into therapy sessions? Yes. But anyways, she Googled, found out that Glory Therapy offers it, and that Carl is not only specialized in this type of therapy, but like he's been to conferences where he's helped teach it to others. And so I was like, wow, we live in a very small town. Wow, I cannot believe that we have someone of Carl's expertise in this area in our hometown that is available to us. And then at some point on Facebook, I also reached out on like an international support group for something, and I can't remember all the details. It's been, well over 2 years. But I asked a question about MNRI therapy or whatever, and I told them who was in our area, and people from literally the world messaged me and said, I can't believe I know who Carl is. You are so blessed to have someone like that in your hometown accessible to you. So I was like, wow, okay. Set up an evaluation, came up here. Again, Isabelle was in a very challenging state at that point. I mean, she'd only been home, I don't know, 6 months. I really don't remember how long she's been home at that point. But I remember her hair was really short. So, you know, I don't know. But so I brought Isabelle in, and I'm sure that many of you are like me, and like, you know, it's very hard to hand over your child to someone else and allow, you know, to trust them with your child and to know what's best for them and what they need as far as therapy goes. And so, like, from my mama heart, that was a really big deal. It was hard, you know, it was hard for me to, like, completely trust someone to take care of my little girl like I would. But I also knew that I didn't have this area of expertise, and I didn't know how to help her, and I knew I needed to rely on someone else. So I come into the evaluation session, and it's, you know, Carl and I think 1 or 2 other therapists in there. He was like, okay, so tell me her story. What exactly is going on? So I think I barely got a couple sentences out before the tears started flowing, because I was at this point very emotional and very just kind of like, you know, it was just an emotional time. It was a very challenging time. And at this point, we didn't know if she could hear very well. There were still so many unknowns about her condition at that point. And anyways, I just sat there and kind of told him the story and the challenges that we have seen, and the things that we're needing help on. And, you know, I told him about her hearing, that I feel like she's hearing best through vibrations and things like that. And he just, this sweet man, scooped Isabelle up like it was his own daughter, and he just loved on her. And she sat there and she was screaming, like screamed the entire 2 hours that were there. I say the entire 2 hours. She screamed a huge portion of the session, and we were there for 2 hours. And he would talk to her so gently, and he would, like, you know, put his face up to her ear, up to her face, so that she could feel the vibrations, because at that point that's how we thought she was hearing best. And he just held her like a father holds his daughter, and I boo-hooed. Boo-hooed, because it was, you know, the Lord knew exactly what I needed to see, and I still get emotional when I talk about it, but he knew what I needed to see in a therapist and someone who's going to help take care of my little girl during these therapy sessions. I just boo-hooed the entire time. The entire time I was there, I cried multiple times because I think I was just so overwhelmed with, like, the Lord knew exactly what I needed to see. He knew exactly what my mama heart needed. It wasn't a coincidence that we, you know, that lady messaged me on Facebook, and then we ended up here. Like, it was just not a coincidence. And so anyways, it just had me super emotional. So anyways, we went upstairs, and he sat and he just held Isabelle and just, you know, listened. Once again, just listened to, like, the challenges that I was expressing to him, and just observing her body language. And, like, at this point, you know, she was hitting a ton and could not self-regulate and just all kinds of stuff. And he was so patient with her, and just, like, towards the end of the session, like, he would start doing, like, some of the MNRI techniques on her. And towards the end of the session, she was calming down, and she was actually, like, taking his hands and telling him where she wanted. Again, I sobbed, because I'm just like, she understood what he was doing, and she liked it, and she had a positive response, and she was able to communicate in her own way to saying, hey, I liked that. That calmed my body. And so he just sat there and just kind of, like, worked all over her while he held her. You know, like, he would sit there. I mean, this is such a godly man. Such a godly man. He and his wife are an amazing, just an amazing little family. But, you know, throughout this whole session, you know, they have praise and worship music playing, in all of their rooms. I don't know, but I know in this one main room, they would just have on, you know, praise and worship music. And, you know, like there were songs that would come on, and it was just like, God is truly here in this evaluation session. Like, it was just amazing. And anyways, Carl would sit there and he would pray for her. Like, he would just stop and pray for her multiple times, and just, ooh, it was a thing, y'all. And you can ask anyone in my family. I couldn't come home. Like, I came home and told Stan about it, and like, I could not. It was so emotional, and for weeks on end, like, I wanted to tell everyone like just how God orchestrated all of this. I just cried every time I would speak about it. So anyways, here we are. I don't know, 2.5 years later. I don't really know again how long we've been there. And Carl and Paula both work with her, and you know, just such a godsend. I just wanted to share that because, you know, God is always in the details, and that is one thing that Stan and I and their family have learned through adoption, is like there are just no coincidences, and that's what we see. Like, our eyes are always so open to like what's going on in our lives, and what we know and what we've experienced is like God is always moving. God is always moving. He's always working, even when you don't see it, or even when you see it and you're like, oh, that's just like, you know, coincidence. And we just refuse to like kind of say that anymore. We just feel like, you know, the Lord wants to meet you where you're at. He wants to like give you those desires of your heart, which my desires was I needed someone that I could really trust with my little girl. Like, I needed someone who was going to hold my little girl like it was his daughter, and who was going to love and protect them and want the best for them. And that's exactly what he has given to us through these amazing therapists that work with Izzy and Mika. So anyways, they are a godsend. I just cannot say enough about them. So enough of that, y'all. I'm sorry that got long-winded. But we are fixing to head home. And I don't really know what we're going to do the rest of the day. I need to work with Izzy on her eating. And we might go to the park and see if she likes to swing, and see if she'll entertain any of those types of things. She's very hit or miss. And as we already saw, she's a little bit crabby today. But typically in the afternoons, she'll start perking up and getting really active and happy. So we're going to head home, and then I will see y'all there. Nico, let's go find Brantley, okay? Can you go find him for me? Go find Brantley, yeah. Let's go see where Brantley is. Oh, there he is.
Brantley.
There he is.
Brantley.
Hey, Brantley. Oh, look how cute. Oh, my God. He came to me. Well, he sort of came to me. That was so sweet. Yeah, go ahead.
He keeps wanting to play with kids, but they all have like a little thing. And he's like, Mika, remember.
Okay, ready? Okay, Mika, you can go now. See, you're not going fast. You weren't too sure about it a while ago. Way to go, Brantley. Izzy, you want to go swing? Do you want to go swing?
Okay, brother, we're not going up that way again.
Okay, what you gonna do? Awesome job. I don't think that's what the
Just for.
statue's for, but okay.
Look at Uncle Jack. I got it. Uncle Jack. Brantley.
He's so curious.
He's an observer. Maybe that's
He is.
He's just an observer.
Yeah. So despite it being 90 degrees out here, literally 90 degrees, the middle of October, I decided to bring the kids to the park, and Rainey and Brantley joined us, and so we're just going to play. I wanted to put Izzy in a swing to see how she would do, and she loves it. Can't quite let go of her blanket, but she's doing so good. And we're all just pouring sweat. And I just took a shower this morning and fixed my hair and washed my hair and put on makeup, and all for nothing because I'm a mess now. Anyways, we're just gonna have fun. Where's my Izzy? Where's my Izzy? You like that swinging, don't you? You can get an Izzy stroller. Look at Izzy, she loves it. Yay, Izzy! Yay, Izzy! Did you get Izzy's seat? Did you get Izzy's seat? Oh, life is so hard when you're at the park. Virgo. Good job, Izzy. She loves it. I think you like this swing better. Yeah? You like it, Mika? You want me to push you? Okay. She likes it. She's smiling. Do you like that, Izzy? Can you talk to Bubba? He can hear you. What is it? Say hey. Bubba. Can you hear us? Not really. He's over there. We can... Oh my goodness, Mika. Don't put your mouth on it. Okay, we're back home. We're hot and sweaty. So, let me tell y'all. Fix my microphone. A couple weeks ago, I decided to give baby food a try for Isabelle, and shockingly, she did amazing with it. She actually, let's see, the first night I tried it, she ate the whole jar of baby food, and really didn't fight me on it much at all. She had to learn how to not like stick her little lizard tongue out and lick the baby food, but to actually like scoop it off, you know, and like let the spoon go on top of her tongue. So that took a little bit of time for her to figure out. And then I think the next time I fed her, she ate almost 2 jars of baby food. Like amazing. I have tried like cold, like ice cream and cold yogurt, and she loves the cold. So that's why I thought, we're all hot and sweaty, so I stopped and picked up some ice cream, and we're going to see how she does with it today. She may not do well. She still hit or miss on it, but she's making huge progress. Right, Izzy? Izzy, do you want a bite? You want a bite? Oh, it's cold. Here, let me have this. No. Bite? Here you go. Bite. Look. Do you want some ice cream? Look. Is that good? Is that good? The ice cream's melting. We might need to let this freeze up. Here, you want some ice cream? Bite. So, I forgot that we had these little ice cream bars. And last night we tried to give her one, and she loved the ice cream. Now, she didn't love the chocolate part around it. Look, bite. It's cold. Is that good? Oh, yeah, that's cold. Yes, ma'am. The girl likes ice cream. Here, okay, hold on. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't take it from you. I'll let you be bossy. I'll let you be bossy. Is that good, Izzy? Oh my goodness. You are going to make a big old mess, aren't you? You don't like it on your fingers. You're making a mess with the chocolate. I'm okay with it. Okay, bite. There you go. Is that good? Her little feet are just dancing. That means I'm happy, huh? And her little hands, look at her hands. Is that good? Bite. Look here, bite. You gotta have that under your neck, huh? Do you want some more? Bite. Yeah? Here you go. Oh my goodness, you're making a mess. Isabelle, bite. No hit. No hit. Here, do you want to bite? Are you done? Bite. Oh, that's so good. Y'all, she ate almost that whole little ice cream cone. I mean, minus the chocolate part. Was it good? So did y'all notice her cute little haircut? We got her a new haircut. Her hair is so coarse and so thick. That's why I keep it in pigtails all the time, because I literally have to wash it every day if I was gonna like keep it down and style it. But anyways, it was really long. It had gotten down to here. So Aunt Jill cut it off. And also, did y'all notice the second thing that's different about Isabelle? She doesn't have a passy. Y'all know that she has been addicted to that passy. She didn't suck on it. Y'all know that she would turn it upside down and just put it really kind of oddly in her mouth for sensory input. I think it was in March or April is when she started with the passy. So like, we haven't seen her sweet smile or anything, not often, since then. But about a week ago, actually 1 week ago today, we just kind of slowly started taking it from her, and she would go a few hours without it. And I finally was just like, you know what, we're just going to be done with it. And she really hasn't pitched a fit over it. Now, her need for the blanket is more intense, so she needs the blanket all the time, and she's hitting a little bit more. But, you know, those are just things that we're just going to have to work through. So I figured we'd take the passy away, kind of work on that, and then we'll work on the blanket situation probably in a couple weeks. I'm guessing, possibly. Who knows? Izzy, you did so good today. She loved the swings at the park. I was really impressed because she's been a little bit crabby today, and I wasn't sure that she was going to tolerate any of that, but I'm impressed, Izzy. You did so good. Yay, Izzy. Yay, Izzy. Do you want to finish this last little bit? Do you want to bite? Here, bite. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, we're going to finish up her little ice cream and get her cleaned up. I'm going to change my sweaty clothes, and I think we're just going to close out the vlog here. Thank y'all for joining, and we will see you next time. Bye.